Am I the only one that notices that typically when women file for divorce, they finally leave a man or they're separated from a man and they file for divorce? Now all of a sudden they want to tell their story about how miserable they were, right? They got tired of keeping up appearances and putting on a fake smile and a brave face when they were dying inside, right? That's typically what happens when women file for divorce, isn't it? And they come out and tell their story. They could be famous. They could be regular, everyday people that work at the mill, or I don't even know if mills are even a thing still, but work at the local warehouse or whatever. It could be Walmart, right? Just normal, everyday, regular, schmegular people, right? They always come forward, especially now on social media, to tell their stories about how they had to put up a fake brave face for their marriage and they got tired of it and they had to leave. Right now, though, before they do that, oh, they're so happy. Oh, my husband is a great partner. He's a great father. He's a loving husband. He's all these things right now. But when they file for divorce, it all comes out, right? And you wonder why us single people who was actually over here minding our own business, but y'all keep fucking with us. So now there's this attack on married people. And it is. There is an attack on married women in particular, simply because you guys won't leave us alone. So now we have to expose how miserable most of y'all are. And when I say most, me personally, I'm talking 90-something percentile. That y'all really are behind closed doors, right? Many of us are single because we choose to be single. I don't know, like, where you guys think that a woman who is a woman, you don't even have to be pretty. You could just be a woman. It's not hard for a woman to get married. I mean, you could literally, they got drive-through fucking marriages or wedding chapels in Vegas. Like, you can drive through a drive-through like you're finna order a double cheeseburger and get a marriage certificate. Like, it's not hard for women to get married. The reason why a vast majority of us are single is because we have standards, or because we don't want to deal with men dating these days, or some women don't even like men. Some women are asexual. Some women are gay. Whatever. There's a whole host of reasons why a lot of us aren't married. But amongst those reasons does not lie, oh, you can't get a man. Really? That has nothing to do with anything. A lot of us have standards. You may not have standards. You may be okay with funding a man's lifestyle, or, you know, this blew my mind. I found out, like a year around the pandemic, that 3 women that I know pay for their own goddamn wedding rings, for Christ's sakes. Like, you guys are that desperate for marriage that you're paying for your own wedding rings? Mentally, I can't even, what? You're paying for the majority of the wedding? Like, y'all want to be married that bad? And you wonder why women like me, who would fucking never, I would never propose to no man. I would never buy my own ring. I'm not finna pay for most of the wedding. What? And I've been proposed to 4 times, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. So don't be like, oh, if you can't find anybody to marry you, just say that. Because I've heard people say that to me before. And I'm like, bitch, I could take your man if I wanted to. Stop it. Now, my standards aren't that low, so I won't be coming after your man. But let's be real, okay? This attack on married women is because y'all won't leave single women alone. Y'all want to act like we're so miserable and we're just out here just like, oh, so jealous of your cheating, philandering husband who got 50-11 baby mamas on the side, who's having outside babies, bringing y'all diseases and all types of other stuff. And we're supposed to sit by on the sidelines and be jealous of that? Like, huh? Where they do that at? Who's jealous of this? I am so confused. Like, really? So, yeah. I noticed the trend. I noticed that right now in y'all's marriages, y'all are so happy. Everything is so great. But when y'all file for, when, not if, you end up filing for divorce in the next 2 years, 5 years, 15 years, 27 years. I met a woman at the beginning of this year, 2023, like around February, who is getting a divorce after 42 years of marriage. 42. She found out her husband was cheating a couple weeks before her 42nd marriage anniversary, wedding anniversary. all those years done for nothing, right? And not only did she just, this is according to her, that she just found out that her husband was cheating on her, he had been for the last 7 years that she knows of with the same woman. And we're supposed to be envious of that. I feel bad for that woman. Her whole life was just a lie, basically her whole marriage. 42 years, like, dude. Do you know how pissed off I would be? Oh my God, I would be pissed. But she's doing the right thing by leaving, because the man clearly didn't want to be with her anyways. But really? So a lot of you guys are going to be filing for divorce in the next 5 years or 10 years or 20 years or 42 years. And then you're going to want to come out with your stories and tell how miserable it's been. And he was this, and his man cave that was more important. His friends were more important than the family. And he never spent time with the kids. And he didn't help with the housework. And he was cheating. And he had 3 outside babies in the course of your 28-year marriage. Like, we already know it's coming. I noticed the trend. This is why I don't believe that any single woman is jealous of a married woman. I just don't. And the only ones that might be jealous are ones who are not paying attention. They're probably kind of dumb. And they don't actually pay attention to, like, trends and, like, what's going on. They're, like, still delusional about marriage and love and all this other stuff. Those are the only ones who might possibly have a sense of envy. The rest of us who are smart and we're paying attention, we don't give 2 shits about your marriage. As a matter of fact, we feel sorry for you. We do. So this attack on marriage is a real thing. Leave us alone. We know that you guys are actually, most of y'all, not all of y'all, but most of y'all, 90-something% of y'all are the ones who are really jealous, for real. We know this. We figured it out a long time ago. So you might as well stop trying to flex your marriage. We know that you're miserable. Just leave us alone. And this attack on marriage, I'm not going to say it's going to stop, but it will slow down drastically. It will, because we won't have anything else to talk about. Just go live your life, do you, and let us do us. That's all we ever asked for in the first place. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this. Y'all can have this marriage shit. We already know most of these men ain't gonna do right. They ain't gonna treat you right. They gonna cheat. They gonna lie. They gonna play mind games. We know a lot of y'all's husbands are on the down low, right? They got you, 4 and 5 kids, but they SDing on the low, right? We know this already. You're not fooling anybody. You may be fooling yourself, but you're not fooling us. So those are my thoughts. Yeah, that's the end of that. All right. I'll check y'all later.